And hello again. Welcome back. And Group C is up and ready. So let's have a quick look at the teams that are participating and the potential matchups. At the first glance, this looks like a really easy group for FaZe. Uh, Technically, there shouldn't be any competition. However, NIP might surprise us. I don't know how they can surprise us, like by losing to Pain or actually by giving a close fight to FaZe Clan. So anyway, for anyone that's willing to gamble, NIP is probably the best option to gamble right now, especially since all day players are extremely cheap and you can go for Res and Brawl and Res Hat Trick. It's extremely great pricing for these players. However, Brolin is really underwhelming for past, I would say, even a whole year, not just a couple of months. It's like the whole year is underwhelming. As soon as he joined NIP, it's just complete, frustration for everyone who is supporting NIP. I don't remember a single event where Brolin was really great. Like he does have some games where he's decent, but majority of the time he's just meh. Just if I remember all this correctly, because if we look at the maps that he played, like red, okay, one decent map, red, one one best of three decent, and yet if we look at the numbers, they're not great. MIBR, okay, he farmed one game. Otherwise, everything is red. Against FaZe, he had a decent game, but NAP still lost the whole game. So that doesn't really do anything. Again, lost. Red. Sometimes, yeah, against Lil Mix, sure, but that's irrelevant. Against Fnatic, 0.99. So mm, I wouldn't pick him, even though he's 190k. Uh, for me, Config is a better option right now because he's hungry and he will be probably doing a lot of openings. So Res can clean up. Maybe even Alexi gonna do something decent. So let's go with the first game. FaZe against Rooster. Well, quick 2-0. Probably even without double digits on any map for the Rooster. However, if we look at the map, match potential history for the Rooster, they lost to Greyhound, and everyone else they just come on. How the hell is this team playing in a pro league? It's I don't know. Something is wrong. Either I don't I don't know. Is Australian scene so dead that in a pro league we have a Rooster? Come on, fellow Australians, help me out here. Where's all this talent that is kind of admiring Sponge? Where are all these guys? So okay, if we check the profiles, come on, at least tell me that they're young, at least like 18. Okay, 22. What about this guy? 22. Okay, is that some sort of like matchmaking stack that finally got somewhere and while nobody was paying attention to them, or what? What is that? 22. And the last one, 80k. And 21. Well, at least they're young. At least they're young. If they actually can do something, then probably within a year, there might be potential. But at the moment, I don't know. It's uh, it's just a nice trip for the guys. I hope they enjoy the trip and some tier one position that they get a chance to play. So obviously this is easy. This is 2-0 for the FaZe clan. And what about the next games? Pain against NIP, as I already mentioned. NIP is a great option for the gamblers to go for. Maybe even just one filler player is most likely the teams that we're gonna see is in the lower bracket, Nation against Greyhound. Then Nation probably gonna beat Greyhound. Then Nation gonna face a team that's gonna uh, lose from the, I think, upper final or whatever. And most likely it's gonna be NIP. And NIP probably gonna farm them quite hard. So on this side, mm, again, NIP gonna advance with FaZe, and FaZe gonna beat them probably 2-0 again, unless NIP were working hard, and which I don't really think so. Pro League is probably the event where majority of the teams gonna try something new, and especially in this type of group with the second chance for a second chance, and then the last chance for the second chance is kind of irrelevant. So FaZe most likely going all the way up. Well, as a FaZe fan, finally we're gonna get probably 2-0, 2-0, and in the final, most likely 2-0 as well, because everyone is playing with a stand-in. Nation is playing with a stand-in. OG is playing with a stand-in. Vitality playing with a stand-in. Greyhound, well, Australian CS. Okay, OG against Nation. Probably OG gonna take this one without any doubts. Dexter should be farming. Then Greyhound against Vitality. Obviously, Greyhound has no chance against Vitality. Uh, that's what I think. But in reality, we'll never know. Maybe there will be some PC issues. Maybe something else that might cause Vitality a couple of rounds, and then who knows? We might have another Cloud9 in our hands. So uh, OG against Vitality. This one is interesting because if we look at the rankings, then obviously Vitality. But if we actually look at the firepower and the structure of the team, um, there is no real structure in Vitality. They playing chaotic, Spinks underperforming, Magic recently kind of played better than before. But again, we don't know if it's going to transfer to this event. When on the other side, OG were actually spending a lot of time in their facilities. Dexter was streaming from over there. Flames was streaming, and this might be actually a great chance again to gamble on OG. Is OG with the Dexter for 209k is a great bargain because obviously he's the best player in OG, and in these circumstances he will have to carry the team. Um, Obviously with some support from Flames, Fico, Neofrag, and Nico. Nico for 205k. Well, good luck with that. So again, OG against Vitality. Uh, Jackie, probably the best, cheapest player that's available over there. However, we might have Kerrigan uh, outperforming him, but again, Kerrigan 180k, unless you use him on a new brawl. I don't know, like 30 points, best case scenario, maybe 40, when you can try and go for Jackie, which with the headshot master, probably gonna go for like what, 10, 15 points less. But on the other side, you can get instead of Kerrigan, you can go for like double silver team with the twist and rain, which obviously most likely gonna get like 30 extra points than Kerrigan at least. So overall, picking Kerrigan for me it's not a viable choice. Then again, uh, Vitality against OG. In this one, I probably have to give a chance to OG one more time, and then we'll see what they actually gonna do. So, and then yeah, Vitality probably gonna face who they're gonna face over there, like NIP at some point in a lower final, and again with this qualifier for the qualifier for the qualifier, it's kind of relevant. You just pick the best possible options and hope for the best. So for me, like 100%, I have to go with Dexter because the value is just incredible. Spinks is also great option right now. Is the first game against Greyhound. Spinks can actually go and farm some points, especially for this type of a price. Um, from Face Clan, probably you have to go with double silver players if you want double face players, but then you don't really have any chance to get anyone decent after that. So exactly for this reason, um, maybe instead of Spinks and Rain, there is a viable option of picking Jackie, which potentially can get some decent points and farm in a Greyhound game. Then uh, maybe not with a worst result, maybe like 1.0 or zero point 0.9 is 6 or zero point 0.9. It's going to be like -5, -10 points, which you can kind of get back in the boosters against OG. And then maybe they're going to play someone like Pain, where again, Jackie, if he's in a good shape, then he should be okay, I would say. And then we have 399 left, which means that we can go for someone like Brokey or Robs again, maybe even Rain, which gonna leave us 189k, which is just enough to get config. And yeah, with this team, anything is possible, especially if we do some projections on the players. What can we expect from certain players? Then against Roster, well, obviously the first line of defense is Rain. Can these guys outplay Rain? I don't know. There's a high chance that Brocky is going to kind of farm if he's ready for the season. Rob's kind of silent killer, but again, he's not the first line of defense. Um, against Roster, maybe not the best choice, but for the rest of the games, especially against a team like NIP, maybe he's a viable option. But again, if we think of what maps are we gonna see in a game like FaZe against NIP, most likely it's gonna be something like Nuke, and then it can be anything. So on Nuke, which two players are most of the time kind of leading the board? Well, it's obviously Rain, and sometimes it's Twist, sometimes it's Brokey when he's hitting everything, and yeah, I'd expect a lot of Nuke in this particular scenario, unless everyone bans it. But in general, this is probably the best option right now. I wouldn't mind to go for double OG players either, but yeah, right now this is how it looks for me. Uh, can I make adjustments? Of course I can, especially because there is an option to go for two players from Vitality and still have 190k, which means that you still can fit config. You can go for double gold players from FaZe with the Jackie and Spinks and config in there. So again, if you believe in Vitality topping the side of the bracket no matter what, it's a viable option. Um, Another choice is trying to fit Zaiwu, but then if you fit Zaiwu, then it's kind of weird and you can't really fit anyone else unless you use Kerrigan. Which for me, using double bronze players is never a good idea. If we go lower and we see again config, then probably there is a chance to fit someone else. But Zero Nation, meh. Greyhound, meh. Rosta, meh. again. So what are you gonna do? You still have to go for Kerrigan. So fitting Zaivu in this lineup is not the brightest idea for me. Like, yes, Zaivu most likely going to get some decent points, but 243k for Zaivu, I don't know. Seems overpriced, especially when everyone else is 200 in the team. However, if you try and gamble for Dexter plus Flames, then add config, and maybe you hope for some sort of upset, you can go for Res again, and you still have 197k, which potentially can give you a decent player if you really expect some crazy results in this group. Then you can try to hit Cardozo, or maybe you want to go for Colzero or someone else. It's completely up to you. But again, uh, my expectation is double players from over here. Maybe even instead of Twists, I can go for Brokey. Then obviously you're gonna try Jackie. Then probably Dexter and 186k. Uh, Maybe I should try and gamble on Colzera, but I don't know. I don't really expect much from Colzera. So yeah, since I have an Oppo already, it's not really worth picking him again. So I'm gonna pick my favorite CSGO player right now, Twist. And obviously, config, come on, show yourself. Again, this is the lineup I'm gonna end up with. As always, Rain as a defender is a great role, and Jackie as a headshot machine uh, always kind of fills the shoes of the headshot machine. Then against Frosta, uh, what can we expect? Probably gonna do a lot of damage with the smoke spams and so on and so on and so on. Jackie against Greyhound. Mm, Flashbangs? I don't think so. HE? I don't think so. Aimbot with the Spinks on the team? I don't know. Save? 100% no. Avenger? I don't think so. Config? Boosters at this time are kinda weird. Um, Trade? Avenger? I don't know. Twists? On Avenger, probably yes. Um, what do I expect from one of these maps? Do I expect something like 16-1 or 16 like 5? Maybe. Can it go for Mr. Consistent? If they're gonna try to hit like a B plant or something on Vertigo, let's say, if they're gonna try to pick it, then yes. But anyway, for Jackie, probably gonna go this way, just just some points, and then for the second game, I'm most likely gonna use the bomb table. So maybe it's gonna be a good option. Again, this is my lineup. That's what I think. And again, um, NIP is a great gamble. Phase most likely 2-0 all the way up. OG, great option to pick Dexter for your team. And if we look at the event overview at the most picked players, then Spinks is up there, Twist is up there, Config is up there as well, and Jackie too. And right now we only have 5k players in there, but Spinks in over all 50% of the squads. So maybe you want to avoid him, maybe you want to go for him, but again, Dexter for this price is just a bargain. Yeah, these are my thoughts as always, and yeah, good luck, have fun, and see you for the Group D.